Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to Movie Monday with Jody Brackbill, Stampin' Queen. This is today's card we're going to create. This again was another one I did in my WOW class, and it's using my favorite Thoughtful Branches. Do you have it? If you don't, you better get it because it might sell out. We still have a little bit left in inventory, so if you would like to add this to your arsenal, just give me a call or shoot me an email and I can help you out. Anyway, so this is the card we created, and I love the versatility of this set. It's amazing. So this one is created as a sunflower, and I want to show you really quick how I did this background using the brick wall embossing folder. So I just took some smoky slate ink and my brick wall embossing folder. The trick to this one is using the side that is raised up, and that normally is the side that says Sizzix on it. So these little pieces of plastic are the parts that are raised up that actually push the cardstock into these grooves here. So I want to put some ink on that raised image, and I'm just going to use this as an older sponge brayer, but we have new ones now, and you can grab those and you're just going to lightly ink up your brayer and just lightly roll the ink across that raised image. You really don't have to push too hard. If you push too hard, you're actually going to get ink on the brick part and not just in the mortar. So a little bit of ink goes on there, just nice and light, and you'll take your piece of Whisper White cardstock, lay that down in there, close it, and then this gets run through your Big Shot. So by the magic of television, I have one. Now you can't tell a whole lot on this one, but it has very light gray inside the mortar. So if I showed you one that was just done totally white, you would see the difference. But I just wanted it to be very, very subtle. So the gray ink has gone inside on all the bricks. So that's a pretty cool technique. So the next thing that I'm going to do, let's create our sunflower. So I'm going to take a 1 3/4 circle punched out from our 1 3/4 punch, and I'm going to put adhesive all over the back of the circle. Then I punch out a whole bunch of our leaves. I stamp these leaves in crushed curry ink on crushed curry cardstock, and I'm just going to start putting them on the back. I don't want to push them down too hard and really get them stuck because I might need to shift them around a little bit. I did 9 leaves or 9 petals per circle. So you just kind of start going around, and then if you don't make it, you'll have to shift them a little bit and just move them until you get the whole entire thing covered with your leaves. Now you could add more leaves if you want to. Some folks did 12. I chose 9. So now I'm going to take another 1 3/4 circle, and I'm going to put that on the back. And basically what that's going to do is just cover up my stems and give me some area to adhere it to my card, and that way the leaves aren't going to pop off on me. Then I took our treetop die cut, I guess, or it makes the hydrangea, and I went ahead and I stamped that in espresso ink on chocolate chip paper. And I don't really even need to cut that out. I'm just going to use my 1 3/4 circle punch again, and I'm just going to go in here and punch that out. Now I don't need all these little pieces, so you can sit and poke those guys out, but magic of television, right? I have one right here. So I did go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back, and I don't have that one done yet. So I think I'm just going to show you what that'll look like. So that kind of makes, it looks like your sunflower seeds, and that has a little bit of 3D to it, and that's your final sunflower already done. So a couple dimensionals on the back of that one. I always like to have dimension and pop things up a little bit. So just put a couple little dimensionals on. Then I took the stem and leaf die cut, and I don't need the other leaves, so I just wanted the stem, so I'm trimming these guys off, don't need them, and I'm going to attach the stem onto my brick wall. So a little bit of fine tip glue would go on here. And then I took old olive ink and old olive cardstock and I stamped some more leaves, and I'm going to actually use those and attach these guys here. So I'm just showing you what I'm doing because I'm going to finish this card off camera so I can show you the actual finished product. So it looks like we have a little bit more of real looking leaves. Then I took the same die cut, that tree branch topper, and I stamped Pear Pizzazz ink on Pear Pizzazz paper, and I just kind of trimmed out some chunks out of there to make it look a little bit like vines. So you get to this point. So there's my brick wall, there's my little vines kind of creeping over the wall. I have my stem glued down, and then I also have my leaves all ready to go. It's all done using the fine tip glue, or you can use snail adhesive, whatever works for you. I'm going to add a little bit of snail on the back and attach some linen thread. And this is another card that I found on Pinterest. I don't know who it came from. I see them and I get them in my head, and then I don't always research who it came from, but some lovely demonstrator out there created this gorgeousness. So I am going to take my opportunity to copy. Actually, my friend Carol just did this one too. Okay, so 2 strips of linen thread, and then you know how I like to tack it on the back, but then put a little bit of snail on there just so it doesn't slip off on you. That piece is going to be attached to crushed curry. It just has a little bit of an 1/8 of an inch trim, just for a, or 1/8 of an inch matte, little pop of color there. And then onto a piece of early espresso cardstock for my base. It's almost done. Then here comes our sunflower top. So just peel those guys off. And there we go, a gorgeous sunflower, which in my area, they're blooming like crazy. So all my Facebook feed is full of folks out at the sunflower fields getting their pictures taken. And then I took 2 pieces of our linen thread, and I tied these really small. So little bow down there in the corner, and that's all there is to that one. Gorgeous little happy sunflower card. So thanks so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next week for Movie Monday.